Yn llwy gymig sy'n y siawlt dyn ffata erört, gyharach an y blion yn y harinach mae'r hacyn i'r blion y sio. Cymar maha y ffein wan istrach i.
Fe mis ddadwch i ddod o fysyn erach rach, tach blif gyda'r son sy'n ystod i'ch o'r ydyn.
Agus sy'n ag o fer son na siach gan sio, gyda'r dyn sio chi'n bwyd yw'r sio eich i fa.
Fison's Levington composts. So full of goodness, even the bags are growing. Just lay back and relax to the mellow sound of James Last, by request. A brand new album from James Last, featuring his most requested melodies from the past 20 years. At last, James Last by request, out now.
Abbey National, we're with you all the way, now and into the future.
What a plump and soft, warm and cosy, and surprise, surprise, the best-selling pillows and duvets in Britain today. Fogarty pillows and duvets. From Coloroll, of course.
It's the way Kellogg's toast bread, malt and wheat that makes Kellogg's bread flakes far too tasty to interrupt. McVities make biscuits like they ought to be, and chocolate whole wheat's a treat. Wherever you hide them, you'll always find them. A home's not home without whole wheat.
Lucozade, now in sparkling lemon barley.
This is how we've done up the lounge.
Gracious me, wherever did you get that?
Oh, George picked it up in Mozambique.
That's a long way to go for wallpaper.
Oh, that's living textures from Crown Wallcoverings. Lovely, isn't it? We've put some more on the ceiling. You see, it's flat on the back, so it's dead easy to put up. Mind you, with George, it'd have to be.
Do they have lots of different patterns?
Oh, hundreds. They'll go with anything.
Yes, I suppose they would.
Add a little interest to a room with living textures.
Arnold Clark brings you the best of Renault. The fun of the all-new Renault 5. The smart new lines of the city-styled Renault 11. The exclusive luxury of the Renault 25. And the driving freedom of the new Renault 21. Whatever your style of motoring, you'll do a great deal better with Renault at Arnold Clark in Bishopbriggs, Bearsden, Elderslie, and now in Stirling.
Sitting comfortably? No? Then we'll begin. Selecting a new suite is all about choice and price. At Houston's, they specialize in suites, and the choice is out of this world. Traditional, contemporary, ultra-modern, patterned, self-colored, and a quite superb leather collection. Select your fabric and combination of pieces from Europe's finest designers. Being the specialists means that there's something special for everyone, especially you. Houston's, sweet sweets and sweets. 461 Gallowgate, Glasgow.
Don't miss the Austin Rover action-packed race program at Ingliston this Sunday, including an exciting round of the NG Metro Turbo Challenge. It's a great day out for the family.
Now Late Call is brought to you by the Reverend Stuart Drummond of Giffnock Congregational Church in Glasgow.
This tape contains the story of one family's experience of the resurrection of the living. Almost 50 years ago, Lizzie married John and they had 3 sons, John, William and Andrew. Husband John was sent to work in Liverpool, where he got in tow with a much younger woman. He arrived in Glasgow with the other woman and told Lizzie that he was leaving her. Lizzie had a mental breakdown and was taken into care. The maternal drive was strong in her, and she escaped from hospital to find her sons. When caught, she resisted, was straitjacketed and taken into locked confinement in a mental hospital. John was given custody of the boys. The boys grew up in England. The eldest son, John, endured years of unhappiness. He never got on with his stepmother and longed to see his real mother. His father told him that his mother was dead. When father decided to move to Australia, John was old enough to stay behind, and at 15, he was given a room in his employer's home. Father and stepmother, William and Andrew, emigrated to Australia. The brothers kept in touch. When the father died, William went through the legal papers and certificates. He found no death certificate for his mother. He had never quite believed his father when he insisted that Lizzie, his mother, was dead, so he wrote to John in Sheffield and asked him to check whether their mother was dead or alive. John researched, but found no record of death. He contacted various agencies dealing with missing persons, but got no clue that his mother was alive. Eventually, he got the idea to trace through homes and mental hospitals in the Glasgow area. Back from one hospital came a reply which said, yes, we have a woman in residence who bears the name and age details you indicate. William died suddenly in Australia and never lived to hear the news of his mother, so John telephoned Andrew and said he was setting off to see his mother. The ward sister who had looked after Lizzie for 21 years was let in on the secret. Lizzie was kitted out with a new dress and given a perm to look her best. 10 minutes before John was due to arrive, Lizzie was told that quite soon a man would come along the corridor. See if he's your son John. Calm, cool, collected, Lizzie walked out into the corridor, saw a man in his 40s and said, "You're my son John." There was, as you may well imagine, an emotional reunion. Lizzie went to the telephone and dialed her brother Alec, whom I knew, and she said, "I've found my son John. Isn't God good?" By chance, Alec's son-in-law was leaving for Australia and was due to arrive in the very city where Andrew lived. Before leaving, he met up with Aunt Lizzie and took out tape-recorded messages from mother to a long-lost son. Andrew put his work and family affairs in order, and with his wife set out from Australia to meet his mother. A family gathering was arranged whereby a whole extended family came together. Can you imagine the surprise in everyone's heart when Lizzie, a woman who had been hospitalized for more than 40 years, stood up and made a speech? Perfectly self-controlled, she said how good life had turned out for her. She also said that she forgave her husband, John, for all he had done to her, and that she still loved him. Incredible, but true. It's the outcome of all this that really astounds me. Lizzie became a fulfilled person. 40 years of mental anguish cleared from her mind, and her memory became crystal clear. She became a prolific letter writer and wrote sometimes 5 letters a day to family near and far. She gained the confidence to go off to John for a month's holiday. She became a happy, joyful person and radiated a glad-to-be-alive feeling to everyone. "Isn't God good?" became a stock phrase with her, and she meant it. There's a storybook ending following the death of Jesus. Not just the resurrection of Jesus, though that would be ending enough. No, the real storybook ending is the resurrection of the living. The disciples so came to life following the resurrection of Jesus that they, and all whom they have touched over the centuries, have carried the gospel to the ends of the earth. That's resurrection of the living for you. Good night. And may such a resurrection raise new life from you this Easter.
Now we visit beautiful downtown Brentford. That's where we find Kit Curran moving into double glazing. But will it be a smash success?
I am the people's favorite.
take the world by storm. I'm gonna go far. I'm on the road to glory. If you turn me on, you're here. I just need all of your money and an idea. Ultra Fantastico, here on the radio, hyper magnifico. Ultra Fantastico, king of the stereo sounds of the radio. Ain't it so? Ultra Fantastico.
And I'd just like to say that I owe all everybody, and I'd like to thank them all, and I'd like to thank you, Kit, and I thank my manager, and I thank the whole of Britain, and I thank Europe, and I thank everybody, and I thank you. No, thank you, World Boxing Champion, Barry McGuigan. Thank you, Kit. Yes, thank you, Barry. Well, that's all from Radio Kit's celebrity interview today, but now for the Ultra Wow and Mega Now sound. And Radio Kit is closing down.
Police car, not 10 yards from the front door, asking people about a pirate radio station.
That makes me so cross. I mean, how the sunrise industry is expected to flourish when they're constantly being harassed by the police. Why aren't they out there looking for criminals?
They are. They're looking for you.
I mean, look at the papers. Teeming with murderers, terrorists, homicidal nutcases, shock, horror, bloodbaths. I mean, look at this fella, the mad axeman of Ealing. He's already totted up 13 people and a Jehovah's Witness. Why aren't they out there looking for him?
Well, Police Chief Derek Small says massive resources of manpower are being devoted to finding the Axeman.
What about Lord Lucan? Why aren't those two flat feet looking for Radio Kit out there looking for him? I mean, you... Let me see that. Massive resources of manpower.
Manpower? It's a long word for a police chief. Must have been on a course. What you doing?
Executing a brilliant plan.
Want to bet? The phone's been cut off.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. British bloody telecom. All you do is omit to pay your phone bill and they cut you off. Pam! Pam! I mean, I can ask you. Pam! Oh, what an exquisite creation.
You like it?
Not the clothes, you.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
What's that?
My bullshit warning.
Now, listen, Pam. Oh, could I use your phone a second? Only ours appears to have developed a technical fault. Now, listen, Pam. How about you and me going out tonight for a glorious meal, some exquisite wine, followed by a night of unbridled sexual passion?
That'd be lovely, Kit.
Great.
But we'll talk about it when you grow up.
Don't fight it, baby. You're only hurting yourself. Hello? Is that Ealing police station? Yeah. Well, never mind who I am. Let's just say I'm a friend. Now, you're looking for the mad axeman, right? I just saw him coming out the Anna Flower pub, heading for Brentford High Street. So, Larry Olivier, eat your heart out.
Thank you, Pam. Yeah, well, how about leaving some money for the third... Who was that masked man?
Well, my little profiterole. Any moment now, our local...